Well, hello there. Welcome to this year's Intel Mini Scientists. We are here to bring a little STEM into your lives. A smattering of science, a tiny bit of technology, an element of engineering, and a magnificence of maths. I am Phil, and I'm a scientist and engineer. And the good news is, so are you. If you want to be, it's completely up to you. Over the next 4 weeks, we're going to go through 4 different topics, doing 4 different experiments, having 4 different chats with people who work with Intel to tell us how the science in what we do in our experiments actually gets used in real life in the real world, which I think is actually quite fabulous. Now, just to be clear from the very start, we are not trying to make you all into scientists. We are merely trying to show you and your teachers how wonderfully useful it is. Sport, art, talking, business, gaming, dancing, teaching, whatever. Science helps you be better at them all. So even if you don't want to be a scientist, you can still use all of these skills to learn to do whatever you like better. It's nice, huh? And with our patented, not actually patented, buddy system, you get to share the experience with whomever you choose to work with. So let me see. Interesting stuff to watch? Check. Free and easy to use? Check. Teachers, parents, and you have the information sheets you need to help guide you through the process? Check. Amazing jokes? Maybe. So come one, come all. You are the generation that's gotten this invitation to join us for a little navigation through some imagination, lots of experimentation, and hopefully no hospitalization. This will act as your foundation to future exploration until your ultimate education and graduation from where you are now to mini scientist revelation. I know, maybe I've spent too much time in isolation. So let's kick things off. Our very first experiment is all about you. Because you are a living thing, and along with plants and other animals have evolved in special ways to help us survive here on Earth. Your skeleton and muscles work as an awesome team to help you do the things that you love, like running a race or playing video games. Without this team, your body would just flop around like a soggy noodle. What we want to do today is to learn about your bones and your muscles so that we can better understand how to take care of them. We are going to build a working model of our muscles so we can understand how they move and just see how amazing our bodies are. Then by using this study as an example, we can then work scientifically to learn more about ourselves, about other animals and plants that we're interested in. I particularly like banana plants, although it's hard to spell. I often don't know where to stop or split it. That's it's a great joke. Okay, sorry, I better not get carried away. Let's start with our muscles and get going before I get carried away. So to kick things off, do you know that humans have evolved over millions of years and our bodies move in very special ways to help us survive the best that we can? Now, to evolve means to develop gradually over time. So we've changed a lot over the years. In fact, we share a common ancestor with chimpanzees. But we evolved on a different path to them, and now to this day, we are still evolving right now. Now, a quick question. Turn to your buddy or even ask yourself, do you think that there's any ways that humans could change in the future? Like maybe we'll grow an extra finger so we can type faster, or maybe if we go to Mars, the humans there will have bigger eyes because it's darker. It's mad to think of it, but this is how living things adapt over time. And humans are not the only species on the planet with impressive movements, apart from my dance skills, which are not that impressive. Plants and animals have also evolved for millions of years to help them move and survive in the world. Petals on flowers open to get them more light, and fishtails move in wriggly ways to help them glide through the water. Fishtails wouldn't work on land, and that's why humans evolved legs. Nature is the best inspiration for robotics, and it has had millions of years to evolve, and it is the smartest design for motion. The human body has more than 600 muscles. They do everything from pumping blood throughout the body to helping us lift heavy things. Our muscles work in pairs around our bones, but they can only contract or pull. But the clever trick that they do is that when one muscle contracts or pulls, its teammate relaxes. So if you have a teammate beside you, just tell them to relax while you do all the work. Let me explain. Now, you and your buddy can do this little investigation together. You can roll up your sleeves, pick up something if you like, and observe what happens when you move your arm and lift something up. You should feel here your bicep contract as it pulls your arm closer. You can even do that motion, be like, yeah, cool. But now, when you pull your arm up, your bicep doesn't push your arm back in the other direction because muscles can only pull. So it can't push it back in the other direction. But remember, muscles work in pairs. So your tricep pulls it in the opposite direction and your arm goes down. Skelly, here, give us a hand here. give us a hand. No, okay, never mind. So what happens here is when you pull, Skelly, relax. So, he's relaxed. There's no need to get narky. So your bicep pulls, your arm goes this way, and your tricep pulls in the opposite direction, your arm goes the other way. So your arms move in this fabulous way. Cool, huh? And it's good to know how our bodies work because sometimes we need to repair them or else help other people and make prosthetics. Did you know that Intel helps to develop and build prosthetics and robots which mimic the movements of our bodies? And that's exactly what we're going to do and take a look at now. We're going to have a go at making a model of our fingers. For this, you will need the following: some card, some tape like sellotape, some string, thread, you can use fishing line if you want, some split pins, which are like pins that go in and bend out that way, some straws, paper straws that you can reuse from whatever you've been using them before. Try not to use plastic straws because they're not great for the environment, and other art materials that we can use later on to make what we're doing look a little bit more realistic. But for the first bit, we're just going to look at how we construct our hand. So, first things first is you take your card and you take a marker or a pencil or a pen and you put your hand flat on the table and you spread your hand out, nice and like that, and you draw with the marker around your fingers. Try not to draw on your fingers because then you get just dirty hands, and we're already washing them a lot. And there we go. So down, around, there we go. There you go. Maybe get a hand. Just got a hand. Do my own hand this time, Skelly. Okay, so we've got that. Next, you take a scissors. If you need help for this, ask. But then you're going to cut out your hand. So I'm going to follow along with the line that you've just cut out. I'm going to see it with my hand. Try not to cut off any of my fingers. Take your time and do this. Probably while you're doing this, you might want to have a chat with the people beside you. You know, think about, that big question that I asked you earlier on. If humans are going to evolve, what extra bits do you think might we have? Will we have that extra finger for typing? Would we have bigger eyes if we went to Mars? What would you like to have? Or what could you design? Or if you were designing a prosthetic or a limb for anybody, what would you add to make sure that they could lead a fullest life? Okay, I have a hand. Does it look the same? Kind of. Yes, I think so. Okay, so we have our hand. Now, next to what we're going to do is we are going to take some straw, or some paper straws, because we want to use things. And these are ones that we had used for something else before. We'd used them to drink, so we dried them out, and we're using them again. And we're going to cut little sections out of these. So there's one section, and there's two sections, and then I'm going to put another one here. 3 sections. So we've got our 3 sections. And this is the thread that's going to go, but it's actually where we're going to pull. So these are like our bones. They act as support because our muscles go onto our bones to give us movement. So we're going to lay them out and we're going to plan our operation. So now we're going to get our strings. These are going to act as our muscles. Now remember, muscles can only pull. They cannot push. So we are going to take a little bit like that. We're going to take a little bit of sticky tape that we've put out here. We're going to put a bit of sticky tape on the top. So now we have created an anchor point that we're going to put at the top because muscles are attached to the top. So we put that here. So now we have a finger with a string attached to it. And we're going to put our string, so it's going to go through our straw. Through our straw, we're going to wind that up to the very top. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to go a little bit higher. There. And then I'm going to take another one. It's because you're in your bone. Like, even look at your fingers. And this is a good way for you to figure out what's the best way to design it. So we say that you should look at nature or copy it. You are nature. So look at your hands. See what joints you've got. You've got a bone and a joint there. You've got a bone and a joint there. You've got a bone. Like, figure out the best way that you can make the best copy of your body. So if I put those bits there, I'm going to put a little bit of tape over the first bone, which is in place there. I'm then going to put another little bit of tape. Again, if you need help, just ask for it. Over here, like that. There you go, and put this in here, sliding through, patience. And it's good fun to build stuff. So this is our central point, and then I'm going to tape that down there. Now, I have only done one finger so far. So but with this, you will see that even with me pulling, look, it's starting to wave. Hey, it's the wave of the future. Now, of course, because in your class you would do this and you would do all of the hands. Now, so here's one that I have prepared earlier. See, take a look at this. So you got this, so you've got all the muscles that are here, so you can pull them down individually and move different fingers. So you pull them all together like this and it grabs. Like it's obviously waving like that, but this is how you pick up things. So you could try to pick up other things. Now, these are only working in one direction. Remember, muscles work in pairs. So there's another set of muscles that will pull them back in the opposite direction. So you could design your own hand that closes, clasps, opens, moves. Other things that you could do is, like, check out this. You could build different parts of your body. This is the knee joint. So if we have it here like this, so this is kind of a simpler version, but it's the same way that the bicep moves, that you move that way. So if we have, actually, I'll set this up. This could be impressive. Check like that. We have a balloon. So your legs move in different directions. So if this is actually pretty cool. No, it's good. Okay, I appreciate you more. You look pretty good. Okay, so if I kick this, no. Okay, I missed. Sorry. No. Oh, I pulled it off. Okay, I need to make this better. I need to make better versions. So if you were making a model of a body, you'd want to make it as robust as possible. So look at the materials, tape things down, and make your own models. There you have it, your very own models of the human body. Maybe have a chat with your buddy and see, how good their one was at making or grabbing and picking up objects. Compare their arms and hands and see if there's ways that you could improve or change your models. If you were making a prosthetic limb for someone, or you just wanted to add that extra finger to your hand for quicker typing, how would you do it? What materials might work better? And why do you think that those materials would work? And now you have a better understanding of how muscles and bones work. You could engineer your own robot. Could you become a body mechanic? And why not? Let's have a chat with someone about that. We're going to chat now to Laura Nagel and see what she does. So, Laura, good to see you.
It's great to see you, Phil. How are you?
Not so bad. Now, before we get to chat about what we were doing inside in the lab, I thought we'd find out a little bit about you and what you do.
Me? Okay, yeah, well, I'm here at UCD. I'm a student here. I just finished an undergrad in mechanical engineering.
Okay, what's mechanical engineering? What do you do?
Well, we study a lot of different things to do with cars, the body, energy, so loads of different subjects.
Okay, so engineer. Why do you like it? What is it about engineering that excites you? What do you like it?
Well, I like problem solving. I like to be doing things, to be active and to be solving things, and I love to be working with my hands. I like to interactive situations, so I get to experience all that and doing things with maths and science and physics in mechanical engineering.
Cool. So I mean, that's lots of kind of. Do you get to build things as part of this role as well?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. So I've been here for 3 years now. So at different times we've been able to make beams out of wood in the engineering basement. We've gotten to make. Last year we made a mechanical object for testing the hydration level of the skin. So we're halfway in the biomedical side of things as well. So it was really cool.
So the biomedical side of stuff, do you use technology as part of that as well?
Yeah, so it was a bit between technology and between the mechanical aspects of things. So we had to do a bit of coding with Arduinos, and we had to use mechanical objects to allow for rotation as well. So it was very cool, it was very interesting.
So you tried to do lots of different things in lots of different areas, engineering being applied to all these ways.
Exactly.
We were looking at the body earlier on. Mechanics is also a big part of the body, but we were looking at actually how amazing the body is.
Yeah, the body sure is amazing, isn't it? It's very important for us to understand our bodies, and in particular, right now, it's crucial for people to get the information on health correct.
And just to be clear, does Intel work in healthcare?
Huge role in healthcare in many different ways. One cool one is how they love to work with an Irish startup company called Akara. Do you know what Akara means?
Akara, my friend?
Yeah, that's right, my friend, exactly. So Akara are developing friendly robots that help in our hospitals and nursing homes. One of those robots is called Violet, which disinfects and cleans rooms and equipment so that healthcare workers are protected.
A robot that cleans up. I wish I had one like that for me to clean up my messes.
Exactly. And another one of their robots powered at Intel is called Stevie, one of the world's most advanced social robots. You may even recognize him from the cover of Time magazine.
Nice.
Stevie lives in retirement communities and nursing homes. He helps residents by talking to them, playing games, video calling families and friends.
Stevie sounds pretty nice.
Stevie is a friendly robot who works day and night in these settings. I think I would like to have Stevie in my home. He looks like he has great fun. What do you think?
A friendly robot to play games with and who will laugh at all my jokes. Yeah, sign me up right now. I think Stevie sounds great. And not only have we seen how technology can work, I suppose, around us everywhere, but can actually work with the body and even sometimes, in the body to help us socially and get over things. Thanks for talking to us. So now you know something that everybody, including yours, knows: how to move. The two examples we tried today, the hand and the leg, cover human motion functions. Why not go further and extend this to animals and plants? Petals on a flower open and close in unique ways. Animals move in different ways to us, particularly ones that live in the sea or the sky. Why not research them, study up and model them? You could even model an entire body, or based on what you've learned today, design a model of a whole new animal using the same materials. Maybe one with flippers or a snake's body or a snapping turtle mouth. You could even use your artistic skills to make the whole thing look beautiful. This year's Intel Mini Scientist is all about getting you started, figuring out how to work scientifically, learn the skills to answer any question and solve any problem whilst being as responsible, inclusive, sustainable and enabling as possible. Lastly, in this lesson, reflect on what you did. Did we use recycled materials? Did we listen to each other? Did we put the effort in? And did we do our best? If you did, great. If you didn't, then there's something you can do better next time. You've learned something. Everybody should do their best and give it at least one good try. Thanks for joining us today on Intel's Mini Scientist, and we'll see you next week. Slán!